guys, it's Jen, and today I am super excited to be bringing you my full 1 week review of the Emily Edit palettes. We have the Once, sorry for the light glare of the light, and we have the Needs. And I'm actually going to be showing you how both of these go on, both of these work, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about both of them. And yeah, that kind of thing. So if you are into stuff like that, if you like reviews and you like Get Ready with Bees, this is kind of what that is, then go ahead and stick around. And if you're not interested, that's all right. I love you anyway, and I will see you in the next video. So let's get started. All right, first off, I think my camera angle's a little wonky. I've been trying to play with it a little bit, but good news. Oh, good news. We have the office painted. That means we start moving into the office probably in the next couple of days-ish. I'm super excited because I'm going to actually have my own permanent location to set up and film with you. And it's a nice little corner in my office, in the office. And it's, yeah, I'm really super excited because right now I'm filming in my bathroom. And as you can tell, this is not conducive to professionalism, so I'm super excited that I get to do that. And yeah, that's gonna mean hopefully more content and better content. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get started. You didn't come to hear me ramble about my office. You came to hear about the palettes. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Needs because this is what I'm gonna put on my face. And if you haven't seen it already, this is what it looks like on the inside. And I'm going to be using the bronzer and the blush and the highlight today. And I'm actually not going to use the eyeshadows in here today. I'm going to use the eyeshadows from the Once, but that's okay. We're going to talk about the eyeshadows too. Okay, so the Needs palette, I actually love this palette a lot. And one of the reasons that I love it is because it is a face palette that literally gives you everything you could possibly need to do your entire face with. You have the bronzer, you have the blush, you have the highlight, and in watching, sorry, I got a hair or something on my nose. Oh, in watching the videos that I've been watching for this, one thing that I'm really noticing, and like pleasantly noticing, is that the shades that are in here, I feel like it's darker on one side than the other. The shades that are in here, I feel like work with multiple skin tones. I mean, I don't think if you're like really deep, I'm not too sure that they would work for you. But I think, you know, for most skin tones, these might work. Let's see, how's that going, guys? How is that? Yeah, there's kind of a shadow over here on this side, so I don't know. What do you think? Am I even? Who cares? Now Joy, the blush, by the way, the bronzer, let's turn this. The bronzer is called Courage, and this is the blush. This is Joy. And I really like Joy a lot, but I have to kind of go in with a lighter hand with it because otherwise it can get a little dark on me. It can be a little much. So I really have to kind of watch and go in with a little bit of a lighter hand than I would normally. So yeah. But it's such a pretty color. It really is a pretty color. I think this is the one that's going to be flattering on almost anybody, honestly. I mean, it works, right? So, do you like it? I like to pat it in, by the way, rather than brushing it in. This is something I watched Nikki Tutorials do with her bronzer. And I don't know, I just started doing it with my blush. And I'm kind of liking the way that it goes like that, so. Alright, so yeah. That works for me. I also like to put a little bit on my nose and a little bit up here instead of bronzer because I feel like it's more natural for me anyway, more natural coloration. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, and last on my face, we're going to go in with Gratitude, and that's the highlighter. And I really love this highlighter so much, guys. I love it because it is, it's not like super highlighty, but it is buildable. I mean, it's got a nice glow to it and it's really buildable. I'm using both here because I can kind of see what it's looking like on camera. So what I do is I go in a little more concentrated with my This is actually the e.l.f. concealer brush, and I don't use it for concealer because it's not my favorite brush for that, but I really do like it to put on highlighter in more concentrated areas. So I will put it on a little more concentrated on right there on my cheekbones. But then I'm going to go in with, this is the Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush. I actually got this in like an Ipsy bag or something. And so I'm going to go in with this one over top, and it kind of diffuses everything, gives a little more of a natural kind of a sheen. And this is where I put it like everywhere else. And I do like to put it kind of on the apples of my cheeks a little bit, because I don't know about you, but when I'm glowy, that's where I glow. I don't really glow on my cheekbone like like Instagram likes to make us think we do. I actually glow on my cheeks. So I'm gonna put some there. And I also like to put some of this down the bridge of my nose, just a little bit. I'm not so much a tip of the nose kind of a highlighter gal, but I like to put a little bit on the bridge. And I also like to put a little bit in the center of my forehead, because it just doesn't, I mean, it doesn't like give like a glow, like a glittery glow, but it just adds, I think, just a little dimension. I also put a little bit on my chin. And something else about this highlighter that I really, really like is it doesn't really mess too much with texture. I'm old, guys. I'm 42. I have textured skin, all right? It's just the way it is. I do have the fine lines. I've got some wrinkles. I've got laugh lines. And this doesn't really settle in there like other highlighters do. So that's kind of what it's looking like. And I really like it. I think it's really pretty. The other shades in this palette you have, this is Kindness, and this is a setting powder. Although for me, it doesn't really work really well as a setting powder. It's a little, I'm sorry, I'm itchy on my nose. It's a little bit too, I want to say almost too deep for me, because for me, I need something a little, I don't know, a little lighter. And then it's got these shades here. Now, if you have any questions about these shades, I'm going to link Emily's launch video down below. Because she goes into all of these shades with swatches and everything, and she does such a much better job about this than I could. I do like these eyeshadows a lot. They're really, really good shadows. They're all very pigmented. They last really well on the eyes. I don't have a problem with the shadows in here at all. But that being said, I really, really wanted to play with you today with the Once. Okay, let me tell you guys, if you saw the video where I opened this palette for the first time, the reaction, I realize now looking back on it that I looked on my face like I was a little underwhelmed. It was actually the opposite. I was a little bit overwhelmed, because this palette, guys, is literally the most beautiful palette that I own. I can't get over how pretty it is to look at. It makes me happy to look at. The shades are varied. There are no two shades that are similar enough that you wouldn't need both of them. And they're just gorgeous shadows. And I've played with this over the week. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a few of the looks that I did. These shadows, guys, they last. They really do. I don't use primer on my eyes. I'm not a big eye primer person. So these lasted on my eyes all day without primer. And on Saturday, today's Tuesday, Saturday, we had a show out at the fairgrounds, and it was outside, and we were literally, I was outside from like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock to, actually no, sorry, it was later than that. It was about from 3 o'clock to about 9 o'clock that night. And it all lasted just fine. So yeah, so I'm really impressed with the quality of these shadows. So today I think I'm gonna kind of go for a more of a kind of a pinky kind of a vibe here. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm using as I use them. I'm gonna go in with my fluffy Wet n Wild brush right here. And I'm going to go in with Hobby, which is this kind of a chocolatey brown. It reminds me of milk chocolate. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm going to go in with that into my crease. Now my eye shape is really, really funky, really weird, really strange. I have very round eyes, and about half my eye is hooded and the other half is normal. So I'm just going to place this where I typically do, which is like right kind of above my crease, right in here. I don't do a lot of the fancier looks that use like 5 or 6 eyeshadows most of the time, just because of that, because to me it doesn't work well. It doesn't look really great with my eye shape. But if I use a really good, I might use 2 shades in my crease. I might use like this one is going to be like a base shade, and then I may go in with a deeper shade or a more warm shade. Probably a more warm shade because I'm going for kind of a berry tone look today. And what I love about this palette, one of the things that I love about this palette is that you can go for monochromatic, learn to talk, Jen. Monochromatic look. You can go for a monochromatic look, or you can just kind of go all over the place willy-nilly with it and really just amp up everything. Okay, so I am now going to go in, like I said, I'm going to try to go for kind of a more pinkyish look. So I'm going to go in with Prayer right here. And I'm going to go in to the crease, and I'm going to go a little bit lower into the crease, but it's just going to kind of warm it up and bring a more kind of a pinky vibe to it. This color is really warm and rich, and I love it. I'm trying really, really, really hard to will fall into existence. Is anybody else doing this? We are in Texas. We are in North Texas, and right now it's been raining like all week. Well, I say all week. It's only Tuesday. It started raining on yesterday. Well, lit major, guys. I should know how to talk. It started raining yesterday. Thank you very much, Jen. And it's just kind of been raining off and on ever since. We are so thankful for this rain because it is definitely welcome, definitely needed. And you know, so I'm really thankful for it. A lot. But I'm just trying to will fall into existence because I'm ready for the cooler weather. I'm ready for, you know, the pumpkin spice, all the things, because I'm a pumpkin spice nut. Love pumpkin spice. I'm just, you know, I'm just ready for it. I'm just ready for fall. Okay, how are we looking? Are we even there? I think it looks pretty good. Hey, pretty good, eh? Okay, so I have some choices here. Choices. Now, I knew when I saw like the teaser for this, I saw the greens and I saw the berries, and I said, yep, that's an Emily Noel palette because those are her colors, greens and berries. So I could go in with Good Vibes here, which is kind of this really pretty, like a coppery kind of a shade. Or I could go in with Heartbeat, which is more of a kind of more berry toned. Let me show you guys. This is Heartbeat, and this one is Good Vibes. So let's see. I think I'm gonna do Heartbeat because I think it kind of ties into what I'm going for a little better. My wipes have all dried out. Oh, bummer and a half, guys. Not fun. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Heartbeat, and I'm going to use my finger because that is how Emily Noel recommends. She recommends fingertips and with a swiping motion. So we're going to do that. I'm going to swipe it. Where is it? These are really more pigmented than this, I swear, guys. I just didn't get a good swatch on there. There we go. Yeah, see, that's better. So I'm just going to pop that all over my lid. What do you think? If it looks like it's going on a little patchy, it is. But I'm going to tell y'all, it's not the eyeshadow. It is what I have over my eyes, which is the, it's concealer and foundation that I put over my eyes. And there we go, that's much better. See how much better that is, like with a brush. There we go. Yeah, so that's, as you can see, that's not the shadow. Yeah, the review for the concealer and the foundation that I'm using today is coming up tomorrow. as a bonus video. Okay, that is much, much better. All right, so now I am going to go in with a more detailed little creasy brush here. And I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go into Cheer. Cheer's kind of calling my name. It's a color I haven't really played with a whole lot this week. So I am going to go with that. And I'm going to put that kind of on the outer corner right here to kind of deepen things up just a smidge on the outer corner. Because that's kind of how I like to roll. I said I don't do these 5 or 6 colors of eyeshadow looks, and here I am doing a 5 or 6 color eyeshadow look. There we go. I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to use my fluffy brush. I'm just going to blend that out on the edges. See how it just blends beautifully? It really does. They're such good quality shadows. I'm a huge fan anyway of Makeup Revolution, and so, you know, anything that they come out with I love, but this palette is just my jam. I love that it's got so many different colors too. So one thing that I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit here in a minute, this palette is awesome obviously on the eyes, as you can see. But this palette also will double as a face palette as well. And I will show you guys what I mean here in just a second. Let me blend this out a little bit. I feel like I need more on the top of my lid there. More heartbeat. Going even more heartbeat on the top of my lid. Like you do. If you hear all that noise in the background, that's my daughter. She is sharpening her pencils. We homeschool, and this year, her classes that she is doing, she's taking Japanese, but she's also doing some anime art and things like that. So she's really enjoying this year. All right, I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush here, and I think I'm going to kind of blend that out a little bit with, just because I can, with Love Tons, which is this really pretty kind of a red color. And we're just going to see what happens here. Why not? Because we can. This is what playing is all about, isn't it? I like that though. I kind of digging how that looks. I'm kind of digging that. I'm kind of digging that a little bit. It's very red though. This would be a good look almost for Halloween. Anybody else spend more time blending than they do anything else? Because I do. Okay. I'm liking how that's looking. I think I'm going to blend, I'm going to clean my brush off here. And I'm going to just kind of blend it out a little more because I really want it really blended. I don't want it like so vampiric. You know what I mean? I want it super blendy. There we go. I think that's good. What do you think? Okay, so I am going to go in with my finger and I'm going to hit Pizzazz, which is this pinky kind of a shade here. The shimmers in this palette are just like so good, man. So good. And I'm going to pop that just in the center of my lid. Gives it a little bit of dimension without changing the color a whole lot, which I like. Yay! Yay! Okay, now I'm going to go back in with my little flat brush. Again, I'm going to clean that off. Now, I don't do well with like reddish eyeshadows under my eyes, so I'm going to go in with a more neutral shade. I'm going to go back in with Hobby, which was the one that I used initially in the crease, and I'm going to pop that kind of under my lower lashes here to kind of define just a smoochy woochy. All right, and I'm gonna go into Schwindu. I like that. And I'm gonna warm it up just a little bit by going in with this shade right here, Dues Paid. Can you see that? Yeah, you see that. Dues Paid. I just want to warm it up just a little because it's a little, I feel like it's a little too cool for this eye look. Yeah, I don't do 5 or 6 shadows on my eyes. Haha, fooled you. Yeah, I definitely like that better. What do you think? Do you like that better? I like it better. All right, and I'm gonna go with that same brush. I'm cleaning it off. I've got my little color switch here, so. That thing is such a lifesaver, y'all. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, and I think I got this one like at, where was this? Sephora, Ulta, something like that for like, I got it for like $5. It's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go into Oh Heavens. And this is gonna be my inner corner highlight. This stuff is such a good, just highlight in general, y'all. Where'd it go? Did I just knock it all off my brush? I did. How funny. Seriously, yo. There we go. This color is such a nice highlight. This is the one I said a second ago that this also kind of doubles as a facial highlighter or a facial palette. And this definitely doubles as a highlighter. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to go in with my highlighter brush. I'm just tapping 1, 2, 3 into Oh Heavens. I mean, look at that. It's a great highlighter, y'all. Oh, yes. Good heavens. Oh, my heavens. I just can't even. So when I use this on the face, I'll show you what I use. Okay, when I do this on the face, I use Hobby for a contour, or Midwest, or I'll mix the two, Hobby and Midwest, as kind of a contour bronzer. I will use Prayer, or even Love Tons, and you could probably even use Cheer, and you could probably even use Dues Paid for blushes. And then highlight, Oh Heavens, beautiful highlight, as you can see. And then Cupcake on me is not too bad as a highlight. It's a really kind of a pinky, it's really pretty. Can you even see that on my skin right there? I don't know. And then Eve Rose also makes a decent highlight on pale skin as well. See, it's pretty, pretty, pretty. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's just go in. You know what? I don't have it. Where do I not have? Let's put some on temples. Eve Rose on the temples for $25. I don't know. Can you even see it? I don't even know. But it's so pretty. It's such a pretty color. Anyway, y'all, I just love playing with this palette. It just inspires me so much. So yeah, and then also for like a blush topper, Cupcake is a really great blush topper. Heartbeat is a nice blush topper as well. And I've actually used it as a kind of a glowy blush as well. So, all right, let's do lashes and lips, and then we'll be done with this. Why do these always look like medieval torture devices? Guys, I love this eyelash curler so much. I found this at Dollar Tree for $1. Dollar Tree is amazing. Also, my awesome mirror here, Dollar Tree, for $1. All right, I'm going in with my Holy Grail Lash Blash volume. I love this mascara. Oops, I got an oopsie on my cheeky. Oopsie on my cheeky. Look at this, guys. This is like cray cray. Do you see why I love this mascara, guys? I seriously dig it. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab some lips and I'll put my lips on and I will meet you back here in just a second. All right, so I literally just threw on the L'Oreal Paris Infallibles. This is 312 Nude Star. I love this lip so much. So yeah, all right, so guys, my opinions on the wants and the needs. These are really good palettes. I love both of them. If I'm completely honest, you don't necessarily need both of them because this one, you do have eyeshadows in here that definitely double as face products. And this one, the face products also double as eye products. So really, I am very happy that I have them both. I use them both interchangeably. I love them and I am not giving them up for anything. However, if you can only afford one, my personal favorite is the Once, because not only do you have all of those shades that double as the face products, but you also have, I mean, to me it's a complete palette because you have the beautiful crease shades, you have beautiful transition shades, you have this beautiful lighter shade here that works well as a base. It also works well as a transition to blend, well, not really a transition, but to blend things out. And you also have these two darker shades right here. You have this one right here, dark and early. Guys, this black is unreal. I mean, it is beautiful, but it's really easy to work with, which is like, you don't typically have one that pigmented that's that easy to work with. So really, 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 really pleased with this palette. This is definitely my favorite of the two. But that being said, if you do have it in your budget, yes, absolutely snag both of them because they're both wonderful and I love them both and I'm so happy to have them. And I'm so happy for Emily because she has worked her tail off to get here, guys. She has worked really hard to get these palettes. And so as a fan of hers, I'm so excited for her. As a fellow member of the beauty community, I'm really proud of her because she's done this on her own without compromising ethics or compromising morals or compromising who she is as a brand in herself. So yeah, kudos, Emily. These palettes are wonderful and I love them and I love you. And yeah, they're just great. Yes. So yes, absolutely, absolutely Jenny approved. Hey, wait a second. Hey, Vault Boy, do you approve? They're Vault Boy approved. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I really hope that you liked it and I hope it was informative for you. If it was, do consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you have not already and you'd like to, go ahead and click the little red button that's somewhere down here. I don't know where it is. I'm not looking at it, but you just click it and that's going to subscribe you to my channel. And then while you're at it, go ahead and click the bell notification too. That way you don't miss any videos. And if you like what you see, guys, please share me on Facebook, share me on Twitter, share me wherever you want to share me, because you know what? The more the merrier at our little love party. I want to get up. My goal is 200 subscribers by the beginning of November. Ooh, can I do that? 2 months, 200 subscribers? 2 months to 200. That is my goal. So you guys can help me get there. So just like and share and all of that good stuff. All right. So don't forget, coming up, I have the bonus video of the week for you guys. And that is going to be a review of a foundation and concealer that is under a lot of hype right now. And I'm going to tell you if it's worth the hype. So stay tuned for that. All right, and that's it for me, guys. I love you so, so much. And don't forget that you are created in the image of a loving God who thinks you are absolutely beautiful and fabulous and wonderful just the way you are. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.